Perfect. It is perfect. Thank you, Charlotte.
There isn't any grassy stuff up here. Let's say there's a breeze, like a summer resort. On a clear day, you can see way over to 8th Avenue. Only don't let it to the other women in the building, or they will use the room for a general sun, massage, and beauty parlor.
I will never breathe it to a soul, I promise.
What's that?
It's parsley.
Parsley? What the hell is that?
Well, I'm from the country, and in the country this time of the year, when you dry your hair in the backyard, you get the most wonderful scent of green and growing things, not just the flowers, but the new things coming up in the vegetable gardens. And this parsley happened to be the only gardening thing I had. So I thought I'd bring it up here and sniff it once in a while and make it believe I'm in the country, up here in the
Women ain't nothing but little girls in your skirts and your hair done up.
I know it. If you go high enough, the sun looks exactly the same like in the country, isn't it?
I shouldn't wonder, though Central Park is about as near as I will ever get to the country. Sit. You can sit here, on this soapbox, and let your feet hang down. The last the janitor's wife used to hang her washing up here, I guess. I'll leave this door open. See?
Thank you, Charlotte. You're so kind.
Can't blame me.
What's this? Some Coney Island concession gone wrong.
It's not very nice to sneak up on women like that.
Who's sneaking? I presume you're the janitor's beautiful daughter.
Well, not exactly. I use a scrub, maybe some.
No. But then again, all women look alike with their hair done.
For that matter, all men look like a picked chicken with their collar off.
It's nice up here, isn't it?
It was.
So where's your mirror?
Mirror?
Well, sure. You have the hair, you have the comb, you have the attitude, and you have that natural kind of Lorelei effect. Also, your singing lured me to your shores.
You don't look lurid, you look lurid.
Sorry, but what's that stuff in your hand?
Parsley.
Parsley? Well, what the hell are you out up here for?
Back home, when you wash your hair, you dry them in the backyard in the sunshine, and the breeze come to you, and then the most wonderful scented greens, and then geraniums, and vegetable odors, and then the ants and bees and butterflies.
Go on.
And the lady next door come out to hang a few stockings and the baby dresses, and she's just a scrub. And then she call out to you, "Washed your hair?" "Yes," you say. "It was something awful, and I wanted it nice for a Tuesday night." And then the lady next door stay there a minute, with the wind whipping her skirt all about her. And suddenly she said, "I guess I will wash mine too while the baby is asleep."
Do you live here?
If I wouldn't, do you think I would choose this spot of all New York to dry my hair?
When I said live here, I didn't mean just that. I meant, who are you? Why are you here? Where did you come from? Oh, and do you use your real name on your stuff, or do you sign it on the pew?
How did you know I was a writer?
Give me 5 minutes more, and I'll be able to tell you the make of your typewriter and where the last rejection slip came.
Oh, then your scrub lady sounded.
Let's see, you thought you could write, so you came to New York. Because, I mean, one doesn't just travel to New York, you know, or move to it. One comes to New York. Now you're here, things aren't going quite as planned. You haven't sold a single store, your cupboard's getting bare, and you're not so sure about this writing thing anymore. Am I warm? Maybe. Or yes. That's exactly right. You must be psychic.
All right. Yes, it is true. I don't know how you can see all of that, but it's true.
And what's the problem with your writing? I mean, why hasn't it sold?
Can you see that in your little crystal ball?
My powers are limited.
I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I've been writing about the city, you know, my experience here, and then I decided to write a love story, but it's not working out either. My hero sounds more like a store closing down rather than a real human being. And from what I hear, the editors are not fond of black mustachioed figures nowadays. The stubborn mule. I've been fighting with him for weeks now. He wouldn't make love to my heroine. He refuses. The two of them as far apart as they've been the day I sit down to write. I've beaten half of my fingernails. Look, see?
Maybe it's your heroine. Maybe she just doesn't inspire him.
No, nothing wrong with my heroine. I'm sure of that. She's fascinating. Mysterious, graceful creature, full of wit and passion and adventure. But not even once would he clasp her to her fiercely, or press his lips to her hair, her eyes, her cheeks. He wouldn't even have the guts to devour her with his gaze, as the writers like to say. This morning, I thought he might show some sign of life. He was developing possibilities. But nothing came out of it. He wimped out. That's why I decided to wash my hair and come out here to stay away from him for a little while.
What did you do back home?
Back home I talk, and I hate it. But I keep teaching until I save $500. All other girls keep teaching until they save $500, and then they pack their suitcases and went to Europe for summer. But I saved my $500 for New York. And I've been here for 6 months now, and 500 shan't almost nothing. And if I don't break to the magazines pretty soon, then I have to go back home and teach the 37 young devils that 5 times 6 is 30, until I've saved another $500, and then I start it all over again, because I can write.
I didn't ask your permission because I thought you weren't the fool kind who object.
Oh, go ahead.
You know any of the editors?
Knowing them? Knowing them. If camping on their doorsteps and haunting their office buildings and fighting with the secretaries and office boys and assistants, knowing them, then sure, we are chums.
Well, what kind of feedback have you gotten from them?
Feedback. Nothing, none. It's not what we are looking for. After careful consideration, we've decided not to accept your submission at this time. Lazov.
And if these literary experts think so little of your writing, what makes you think you can write?
Being the scrub lady, son, you wouldn't understand, but I can write. How dare you come up here and act all high and mighty, like you all figured me out in 5 minutes? I don't care what you think. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. This town count on me. I'm so tired of being nobody at all. Sometimes I just want to take my head off and wave and shout and scream. Hey, you 4 million self-absorbed, uncaring people. I'm Mary Louise Moss from Escanaba, Michigan, and I like your town, and I want to stay here. Can you please pay some attention to me? Just a little. But no one even knows I'm here, except, well, myself and rent collector.
Me.
Oh, you know.
You never can tell. I might. Look here, Mary Louise Moss, from Escanaba, Michigan. If you stop trying to write that slop you're writing now, stop it. Drop the love stories that are just like the stuff everybody else in this town writes. And don't write about New York. You don't know anything about it. Listen. Listen. You get back to work and write about Miss Next Door. Write about the hair washing and the bees and the vegetable garden. You write the way you talked to me just now and you turned yourself into Cecil Reeves.
Cecil Reeves, of the heirs. You must be kidding. He wouldn't even dream of looking at my stuff. But you know what? It's none of your business, isn't it?
Well, you know, you brought me up here kicking with your heels and singing at the top of your lungs, so it's really your fault if I've stuck my nose where it doesn't belong. Anyway, how often do you wash your hair?
What?
Your hair. How often do you wash it?
Oh, back home every 6 weeks was enough.
That won't do here. I mean, that's all great for the country, but in the city, I mean, once a week at least. And on the roof, cleanliness demands.
But if I'm going back home, it wouldn't really matter.
You're not going back home. I can see it in my crystal ball.
Did it dry?
Yes, thank you. Then there was a man up here. Very tall, very thin, very rude. Rather nice youngish oldish man. In slippers and no collar, I wonder.
Oh, him. He doesn't show himself. Except once in a blue moon. None of the other tenants even knows he's up here. He has the whole top floor, shuts himself up there for weeks at a time, writing books or something like that. That guy, he owns the building.
Oh, the building. But he looked.
Sure, that's him. Name's Reeves. Cecil Reeves. Say, ain't that a devil of a name?
Thank you.
Let's talk about this. Are you there, James?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't be sorry. Just want to make sure you escape out the back doors.
Us now together, all
Cheers.
together.
Or light the cigarette.
Me and James. Oh, I'm sorry.